Good evening, good morning, good night, you lovelies. We are going to be doing a review for him. I'm doing a fresh out of the theater review. I went into the theater with no expectations. I seen the trailers. I was kind of, you could say, a little obsessed with the trailers. Honestly, they were just really well put together. And Jordan Peele's mind is just really something to marvel at, man. Is really something to marvel at. Excuse me if a part of this sounds a little distracting. I'm currently watching AEW's All Out, so I can get that video out for later. The life of a small time YouTuber. It's never really dull, is it? All right. What I got from this movie, though, was very interesting. There was a lot of topics on rituals and deities, even from the beginning, right? Everybody at home, we see the protagonist. He's a child watching the movie, and he's a child watching a football game, right? And what we can get from everything around, it's like a ritual, right? There's like candles and like shrines, and there's mascots, and there's pagans. It's very interesting. It's all very visually stimulating. Halfway through the movie, we take a really sharp turn. I won't be getting into spoilers too much. I'll be saving that for maybe a week or two out. But it was a good film, man. Really, really good film around. There was a lot of really nice pieces of cinematography. Marlon Wayans, he stars as a former football champion that the protagonist Cam idolizes, and I believe his name is like Isaiah White. Our protagonist Cam idolized Isaiah, as a child, and this leads to a really interesting dynamic, between like mentorship and kind of like fatherhood. It's nuts. And Marlon Wayans does a phenomenal job. So is the fucking protagonist in this movie, man. They knocked the shit out of the park. I loved the ending because the line between fiction and reality was kind of blurred perfectly, to where it's like, all right, all this stuff happens, and then he goes back to his family. You know what I mean? Because it is very supernatural. There are some very just wild pieces of this movie, man. It's nuts. And there is a really underlying the act of football, how it's dangerous, how it's a sport that really shouldn't be played, and even the origins of it. There's a beautiful history lesson on the on the creation of quarterbacks, and how that was all just a bandage for a blatant ethnic cleansing happening within native communities. And it was just a really fascinating film around. I found a lot of nice, interesting pieces with the film. I seen a comment from a really interesting content creator by the name of FD Sigfrier. Very, very, very talented, very, very well spoken. He has a bunch of just interesting things that he talks about. I can't compliment him enough on everything that he's done. He says that this movie definitely misses about 3 to 4 pieces that really make the movie more understandable. Definitely make the movie more understandable. But what I found with this movie is I just had to fill in the gaps. And honestly, I didn't have that big of a problem with filling in the gaps. I didn't have that big of a problem filling in with the gaps. Understanding that there is going to be a lot of this movie that maybe Hollywood isn't going to be interested in. I found a lot of interest in this movie, though. Personally, I thought it was really interesting. Again, the acting and just kind of the set pieces that they play with, like the football field, like a group of like 20 or so just like determined undrafted college kids just desperate to do anything that they can. It's interesting for the most part, man. I can't say it's anything less than interesting, and I think they kept me captivated until the end. What I will say though is that this movie definitely gets an almost full bag of popcorn, because there's definitely some to be desired. But I don't hate this movie at all. Honestly, I think if I could watch it again, maybe an extended version of the movie, like we get like a Snyder cut version of this movie, I think that'd be kind of cool. But I enjoyed it. We're gonna be getting into spoilers maybe later in the week, but if you want to check this movie out, I would do so, because it's fly. All right, Hymns out in theaters now. All right, this will be your boy Cappy D Barber. Y'all stay tuned. Y'all stay beautiful. Peace, y'all.